We are going to solve sums from geometric construction. In starting with the exercise, before that let us initially do a little bit of basic construction which you have already studied in your previous class. So in the previous class, that is class 9, you had studied not only in class 9, right from lower class you have been studying all this basic construction, in which I'll name few. First is, I need not go very basic to say how to draw an angle, how to draw a segment. Okay, I go a step further, that is how to draw perpendicular bisector of a segment. That is first more. I hope you can recall this. Very important. Perpendicular bisector of a segment. Second, angle bisector. Bisector of an angle. Next, we see how to draw congruent angle to a given angle. Congruent angle of a given angle. Next, how to divide a given segment. How to divide a given segment into equal parts. See girls, these are all basic construction. These are all basic construction, but we have to recall all this because we are going to need this again and again. And other than that, you have studied how to draw triangles when the three sides are given. That is not at all difficult one for you. And to add on to this, one more is how to draw parallel. Draw a parallel line to a given line. And a point outside it. Okay. So if we have this and a point outside the line. So all this basic is what we first concentrate on, and I'll just give you hints to remember this. So let us start with the first one. Perpendicular bisector of a segment. When I say perpendicular bisector of a segment, first and foremost, I hope all of you agree you need a segment. Now when we draw a segment, it has got two endpoints. This is my segment AB. Suppose I draw it for a rough measurement 5 centimeter. How will I bisect this segment? I will bisect this segment with the help of a compass. I hope all of you are aware about this instrument. So how do we do this? Please listen to the words what I use, because I will be repeating this again and again as we do the construction. So here I take this segment AB on the compass and I see it is equal. So what I do is I reduce a little. That means this is more than half. Agreed all of you? When I look at this distance between the two ends of the compass, this is more than half of segment AB. I need not get the half to see it is more than half. By visibility itself, I hope you can make out it is more than half. Now keeping at point A, draw the arc above the segment as well as below the segment. Don't change the distance between the two ends. Keeping the same distance, keep at point B and cut the arc what you have drawn. Now in this process, are you getting a common point? Yes. So the two common points, mark it with your pencil. Here I mark it with my chalk and I draw a line. I draw a line using the scale, okay, such that the line passes through both the points. So this is how I draw a perpendicular bisector. Is this very clear? Yes, children, I hope it's quite clear. So this is segment AB bisected by a line L at point M. This is perpendicular bisector of a segment. Now we go further to the second construction, that is, as I said, bisector of an angle. So I have an angle PQR. How do I draw an angle? I'll show you how to draw an angle when I'm doing this construction. First and foremost, I draw a ray. I use a protractor to draw the angle. So this is my point on the ray. I keep the protractor properly. Whatever is the measurement, let us take it. I take it as 60 degree. I mark the point. I join the vertex here with this point. So what do we get is PQR. Got it? Now to bisect this angle PQR, again we need is the compass. So how do we do this? We have to first know what is the vertex of the angle. What is the vertex of the angle? Point Q is the vertex of the angle. So take your compass, take a suitable distance. What is the meaning of suitable? It should not be very too small. It should not be very big that it goes outside the outside the arms of the angle. So take a suitable distance, keep at point Q, cut both the arms of the angle. After cutting both the arms of the angle, if you find this very short, you can change the length, or you can keep the same and continue further. Again you draw an angle, you draw an arc in the interior of the angle. Try to see that you keep it in the interior of the angle. Again you cut the same measure. There is no change in the distance between the two compass points. Is that very clear? Now you use a scale. Can you see the common point? Yes. You'll get a better image because you are using a pencil, which is a micro tip and whatever size you have. So you'll get a better common point compared to me. So I join this and the common point and I draw my ray. So this is point S. So ray QS is the bisector of angle PQR. How do I decide it is the bisector? The protractor will be the one which will help me to confirm it. So let us keep it. So can you see 60 degree and this is coming exactly at 30 degree. Is that very clear? Now after doing the two basic here, we go further to the next basic, that is to draw a congruent angle. So what I do is I basically take the help of one angle which is already drawn for me, angle ABC, and I would like to draw angle XYZ congruent to angle ABC, wherein I need not know the measure of ABC. I will just take the figure of ABC. I just draw an angle ABC here, and with the help of this figure you are going to draw a congruent angle to this ABC. Okay, so initially when you start, you always start to draw an angle by using the base ray. So here also I do the same. Now in this already BC is here. So this would be YZ. I hope it's quite clear. Now we start to do it. For this we need is a compass and the scale. Now to confirm it later whether it is congruent, we will use the protractor. So we take the compass, keep at point B the angle which we have drawn initially. Go to the vertex of that angle. Again, when you had told here, same way, take a suitable length in your compass, keep at point B, cut both the arms of the angle what you have already. Take this distance, go back and draw an arc touching YZ and just leave it to the other side. Okay, this distance is same here. Now, after this, you have to be a little careful. That is, you have to keep at this point and see, if I reach here, I am not cutting the arc and the common ray at the same time. So, I have to extend my compass in such a way that if I draw an arc, it should be the common point for the ray to pass through. Same way distance I keep it here, keep at this point and cut this arc. Can you see the common point? Yes. Now through that common point you will draw your second arm of the angle. So mark the common point and draw the ray. So this is your angle XYZ. Now let us confirm it with the help of the compass. Protractor, whether the measurements are equal. Yes, here it is somewhere 75. Here also it is somewhere 75. Okay. So this is how we find that how we draw congruent angles. Okay. So after drawing congruent angles, we go next. How to divide a given segment into equal parts. See children, this you had studied in very lower class, very basic construction. Suppose I have a segment AB of 7 centimeter and I am told to make it into 5 parts. So what we do is, we just don't sit back to divide 7 by 5 and then find it. Okay, there's a method for it. What we do is, we take a basic angle here and that angle has to be an acute angle. You will keep at point A, make an acute angle, and a comfortable acute angle is at 50. Okay, so you complete that angle, 50 degree angle from point A. So it is passing through here. Same way, you will keep at point B and this time it is the reverse side of the protractor. I mark the same angle what I have taken here and we join and complete the angle. After doing so, we take the help of the protractor. And if you take the help of the protractor, you can see that these two angles are congruent because we have taken it similar, right? Now, next we need is a compass. So we take the compass and start to divide. So how do we divide? We are told to divide the given segment AB into 5 parts. So what we do is, we start from point A Take again a very small short distance. Don't take a big one, just take a small distance. Keep at point A. Start drawing arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That means I have to extend my ray further, right? So please do the needful there. Okay. Keeping the same distance, go to point B, continue the same process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After doing this, you have to join. So I name this as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. Same way B1, B2, B3, B4 and B5. What you have to do is 5 parts, so you will join A5 to B with the help of the scale. Next you will join A4 to B1. Next you will join A3 to B2. Next you will join A2 to B3. A1 to B4. And then you have the last one A2 B5. Now when you look at the segment AB, and if you measure the distance, you will find that it is equidistant. These segments are equal. If I name this as AP, Q, R, S and this is B. AP is equal to PQ is equal to QR is equal to RS is equal to SP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts of segment AB. I hope it's quite clear. Now after this I'll show you how to draw parallel lines. Okay, that is the last one, basic construction. In that see children, all these are basic which I am doing is only for you to recall what we need for doing our exercise. Okay, so I have a line here and a point outside the line. How can I draw a parallel line? I can use compass, I can use set square. There are various methods. I can use a protractor. So what you can do is, basically we will be using a set square. First keep the set square along the line. Place the scale next to it. Okay, fix it properly and shift the set square to reach the point P. Remove the scale and draw a line. This line would be parallel to point P. Very basic construction children, using set square. The same thing you can use compass and do. You can use a protractor and do. How will you use a protractor? You will just place it here on this line. You will mark any angle or you can just take 90 degree for that reason and you will join this and at that point again you will draw perpendicular. So this is perpendicular, this is perpendicular, so therefore the drawn line is parallel to the given line. You have many ways of doing. Even you can draw congruent angles. That is something like this. You draw one angle and then congruent to this you draw the another angle. So the two angles are congruent. Is that very clear? So these are the basic 5 constructions which you have to know before we start with the chapter. Okay, so after knowing this basic 5 constructions, now let us start with the chapter and the exercise.